Okay, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Linda Andry. I'm the chairperson for Payne County Democrats.
My name is Aaron Nassis. I'm a hospitality senior at Oklahoma State University.
I'm Rick Dunham with Payne County Democrats.
My name is Reagan Thompson. I am a junior at Oklahoma State University studying political science and a minor in campaigns and lobbying.
Hi, I'm Alex McLaughlin. I'm a junior at Oklahoma State, majoring in sports media and minoring in Spanish.
I'm Dennis Whiteman. I'm a volunteer with the Payne County Democrats.
My name is Jordy Bailey. I am a marketing major with a minor in management and a minor in nonprofit.
And if you had to label your political viewpoints on a spectrum, what would that be?
Moderate Democrat.
I identify with the Democratic Party.
I lean kind of towards Democrats, but honestly I'm very neutral ground between the two parties.
I'm a Democrat.
I'd like to say I'm in the middle, but I'm way more towards the left than the right.
I would be Democratic with some, Republican views, but not very many.
Moderate.
How would you define what a Democrat is?
The Democrats are for the people.
One thing that unites us as a party, it is our goal to do the most amount of good for the most amount of people.
A Democrat, less government involvement.
What issues stand out to you in being top priority for Oklahoma and its government?
Our top priority is our education system.
I would have to say education.
Well, education, that's where most of our money goes.
We're poorly funded with antiquated teaching methods. So I think there's not only room for increasing our funding, but for reforming the way we teach our children.
You can't have a better state if you're not educating the people the way they should be.
And that goes along with, how we're going to get that revenue in the state of Oklahoma for teachers and schools and the funding.
Just a government that's willing to listen to its people, regardless of party, I think this should be the top priority.
Now Oklahoma State's looking at a lot of alcohol changes and then marijuana as well.
Should Oklahoma keep the medical marijuana laws as they stand now or expand on them?
I think definitely expand them, because if you look at what happened in Colorado, the money that came from that really helped the state a lot.
I do believe that expanding on the laws can help us in terms of tax funding.
The state's going to receive money from that, but if you expand it to recreational marijuana, the state's going to see so much more revenue and income coming in.
But I think that really should be passed on a national level.
I think the writing is a little loose right now, and I think they should hammer it down.
They should keep them as the people voted back in June.
I think that they're fine as they are right now. There's a lot of change happening in the state, and the worst thing I'd like to see is too fast movement and not getting enough detail done that is actually going to progress the state past what it's in right now.
What kind of laws should Oklahoma adopt when it comes to firearms?
I am a strong Second Amendment supporter.
Oklahoma and the South in general are doing a good job as they are.
Me personally, I don't see a lot of situations where taking them away completely is going to be a good idea.
I mean, the Second Amendment was written years and years and years ago. Things have changed since then.
Second Amendment, this is my right type of state, but I do think that we need to take a stronger action. What kind of guns people have a better list of who has guns, and don't just do the trust system.
I would get rid of the open carry laws. I don't think they're necessary.
How do you feel Oklahoma is doing in relative standing of the nation?
Well, we're always number one in the worst areas, so I think that we need to make changes.
Oklahoma's getting better, but we're still pretty far behind.
We're 48th, 49th, 50th in virtually every category.
Oklahoma, we're actually least in almost every single thing.
In many ways, almost seems more like an afterthought to the rest of the country, except when it comes to college football and tornadoes.
And if you could talk to the older or younger generation, what would you wish to say to them?
Get involved, and it doesn't matter where you get involved, but get involved in the politics.
Get out, get involved.
The younger generation is eventually going to replace the older generation in the workforce, and then eventually for decision making.
We're on your side. There's a generational thing, sure, but for the most part, I think we all have the same ideas about things, and it'd be better to focus on what we have in common than what we don't.
So, what's the verdict? Unanimously, both the older and younger generation determined that education is the top priority for Oklahoma and its government. The issue of medical marijuana was a little more divided. Only one Democrat from the older generation wished to have the laws rewritten, one believed it was a federal issue, and one wished them to remain as is. 3 of the 4 students agreed that the laws should expand on a state-by-state level, and one said the laws were fine as they stand. The Second Amendment was frequently quoted in regards to firearms. The older generation agreed unanimously that the laws should be stricter with more precedents applied. For the younger generation, 1 student said that they did not wish to see the laws changed, and 3 wished to apply stricter laws. In terms of Oklahoma's relative standing in the nation, it was unanimously agreed that we are the worst in almost every category, and the current elected officials must work around the clock in doing more. All in all, the Democratic Party of Oklahoma agree on many issues on a generational level. They're united on what issues Oklahoma should prioritize and what they can do to help make a change in this state.